Hello Internet, welcome to the Curious Task blog. Today we're going to be talking about supply and demand. What is supply and demand? Well, basically it's a graph that shows the relationship between price and quantity in the market for a good or service. And this is going to be a little harder to explain without the use of a visual aid, but I'll do my best to paint a picture in your mind of how it works. Imagine a graph with a y-axis and an x-axis, or vice versa, because this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Over on the x-axis you have quantity, and on the y-axis you have price. And on this graph there are two lines. One is for supply and the other is for demand. The supply obviously pertains to the producers, and the demand pertains to the consumers. And so we'll start with the suppliers. The suppliers curve starts from the lower left and goes to the top right. And this is because at a low price, the producers are not going to want to make as many as they would at a high price, because at a low price they can't make as much per unit as they could at a high price. So at a low price, the quantity that they supply is low, but at a high price, going up the curve, at the high price, the quantity that they produce is high. But the opposite is true for demanders, the consumers. At a low price, the quantity that they'll want to buy is a lot higher. And at a high price, the consumer will want to buy fewer than he would at a low price, because obviously it's better to get things cheaper. And so the demand curve looks like the exact opposite. It starts up here and goes down. And so you have the supply curve that goes like this and the demand curve that goes like that. And you see at some point, somewhere around here in the middle of the graph, the two lines cross. And where those lines cross is called the market equilibrium, because where they cross is a price and a quantity that are exactly the same for both the supply and demand curves. And that is the prevailing price and quantity in the market, because at that price and at that quantity, the producers will be making exactly as many as the consumers want to buy.